today we'll learn about the natural things. Okay, natural substances. What is meant by natural substances? What we call the natural substances, and where from we get the natural substances. Okay. Now, first of all, I would like to inform you that what natural resources or substances we can see. Okay, already in the lesson elements, compounds, and the mixture, we learn about the substances, matters. Okay, but now here resources is what? Resources means what? The the materials, the substances we are getting. Suppose natural it's a we get the things from the nature. Suppose there are many examples of natural resources. That is soil, then water. Next slide, sir. Water. Then after, yes, see, animals are there, soils are there, plants, waters, then minerals are there. Okay, then marine resources, that is fish, then pulses, then many germs are there. These are the natural resources. That means what we get these things from the nature. It is free of cost. Okay, so before going to the natural resources, what we are going to learn in this lesson. So we'll take, that is what is the objective of lesson. Maruti sir, take backward. Yes. Now in this lesson we'll learn about the natural resources, then examples of the natural resources, then lithosphere. That means what is lithosphere? Minerals and ores. Then how are minerals formed? Classification of minerals, and some important minerals like the iron ores, manganese, bauxite, and copper, and the last one is that is mica. These are the substances that we are going to learn in this lesson. Okay, so now natural resources. Already we talked about the natural resources, that is water, then soil, animals, then fish, pulses, okay, forest, trees, plants. These are the natural resources, and these the things which we get from the nature. Okay, next slide, sir. Now here, first of all, the question is, what is meant by lithosphere? What is lithosphere? Lithosphere means what? It's the outer cover of the Earth's surface. Okay, outer cover of the Earth's surface, that is what lithosphere. Lithosphere is not a homogeneous, which is made up from the number of rocks. Okay, and in this lithosphere we can get many types of minerals. Now here, just a second. The lithosphere is made up of the land and the hard crust beneath it. The lithosphere is not homogeneous but is made up from the mainly type of rocks. Resources in the earth crust like the minerals, ores, mineral oils, other fuels, rocks, water, elements, etc. are the natural resources. Now see, what we talked about the natural resources, water, which we can found on the groundwater or on the earth surface. Then plants you can see here. But under the earth surface or in the lithosphere, there are many natural resources. There it includes minerals. Okay, now we can say it's elements that we have learned in the last lesson, that is total 118 elements. Out of them, many elements which found under the lithosphere. Then mineral oils. Nowadays we are using the petrol, kerosene, oil, then diesel. These are the mineral oils. Then as well as CNG, that is cooking gas that we are using nowadays. Now fuels the same. The rocks, the many types of rocks we are observing, that is coal. Coal is an example of rock. Then water and elements. These are the examples that we found under the lithosphere. Now, but most important thing is that minerals. What are the minerals? Okay, next slide, sir. Minerals wealth has an important place among natural resources. See, many natural resources are there, but minerals wealth is means what? Our property, or minerals wealth has an important place. It plays an important role among all natural resources. Okay, now minerals are found by various processes taking place in the environment. see how we can get the minerals we can get from the environment, but there is a natural phenomenon, there is a processing which happens in the environment, and then only we can get the minerals. Okay, now very few metals are there which we can get in the free state, that is gold, silver, copper, platinum, and the bismuth. These are the only four elements are there that we can get free in the atmosphere or in the nature. But the majority of the metals occurs in the form of compounds. Okay, so now in the last lesson already we have learned what is compound, what is element, what is mixture. Okay, so these things, the majority of the metals, see metals already we have learned what is compound, what is metals. Okay, now minerals that contain high proportion of metals are called as ores. See, minerals are there which contains large proportion of the metal. What are the properties of metal that we have learned? That means there is ductility, malleability, then luster, hardness. These are the properties, and whenever the substance having this property, that is called as the metal, or it is called as the metal ores. Okay, now here next slide. There are some properties of minerals become clear from their characteristics. See the properties, many substances we have learned, we have seen day-to-day life we uses the many things, but which are the metals, which are the non-metals, or which are the metalloids, the things. So whenever the substance or minerals which following the some properties, some characteristics, the first one is the color. Okay, the luster, hardness, shape, cleavage, fracture, and the strength. These are the properties. Okay, other than this there is ductility, malleability. Okay, these are durability. These are what? These are the properties of minerals or minerals of metals. Okay, next slide. Now here we'll see how are minerals formed. See on this screen you can see there are many minerals are there. There is magnetite, mica, halite, gypsum, diamond, graphite, and the shells. These are what? These are minerals. As examples, they have given these 7 minerals. But how they are formed? Okay, so first of all, we'll see magnetite and the mica, how they form. See, minerals are formed from the magma in the earth crust and the lava from the eruptions of the volcanoes when they cool and get transformed into the crystal. See, the magnetite and the mica, how they form. So here what they are saying, they earth crust. Okay, the concept is earth crust. That means which is under the lithosphere. That means you can say the center of the earth. There is an large proportion of lavas there, and the lava from the eruption of volcanoes. Do you know volcanoes? In the last lesson, that is the disaster management, we learn about the volcanoes. Okay, so volcano which comes under the center of the earth, that you can say that is crust, that is from crust, and from that crust the volcano, there is lava and the magma, the substances when they get cooled down, when they get cooled and transformed into a crystals, that is the magnetite and mica form. Okay, now next the halite and the gypsum, how they form. Minerals are formed when solid crystals remain behind after the process of evaporations. See, minerals are formed when the solid crystals, when they remain behind after the processing of evaporations. Evaporation means what? Yes, in the water cycle, already you learn what is evaporation. When the seawater or water get heated just because of the sunlight, or the water, the liquid form, it can convert into a water vapor, that the process which is called as the evaporations. So here the same, that is halite and the gypsum. For the process of the evaporation, the process of the formation of the halite and gypsum is just because of the evaporations. Okay, next is what? Minerals get transformed from one form into another due to the large change in the temperature and the pressure. See, in the atmosphere there is an important, what we can say, atmospheric constituent, that is the temperature. Okay, so temperature, it affects on the substances. Okay, it might be a solid or liquid or the gaseous state. It always makes an effect on the things. Now minerals get transformed from the one into another form. in the changes into the temperature and the pressures. Pressure that we know, that is air pressure. Okay, air pressure and the temperature, these are the important concept. Suppose you are having an ice cube. Okay, when you provide heat to the ice cube, it converted into a liquid. Again, when you provide heat to the liquid, it gets converted into water vapor. It is what? It is just because of changes in the temperature. Okay, so our air pressure. So this, just because of the temperature and pressure, the diamond and graphite has been formed. The next one is what? That is shells. You may saw many of the times when you visit to the seashore, that time you may saw shells. What are the shells? Some living organism produce inorganic minerals, that is conches, shells, etc., form the protection of their bodies. See, shells are there. It is just because of the living organism which they can live in the water. Okay, when they are living in the water, for their protection, they produce inorganic materials, that is protection of the body. Understood? Now, next point we will see, that is the classification of the minerals. Okay, so what is non-metal minerals, metal minerals, and the energy minerals. Okay, so non-metal minerals means what? Mica, sulfur, gypsum, potash, graphite, diamond, and feldspar. These are what? These are non-metal minerals. Okay, non-metal minerals. So already we have learned, that is metals and non-metals. Non-metal means what? So we can say the things which do not having capacity to carry the heat from one place to, or to conduct the heat from one particle to another particle, which cannot conduct the electricity. That is what? These are the we can say properties or characteristics of the non-metals. Okay, so examples are non-metals are mica, the sulfur, gypsum, potash, graphite, diamond, and the feldspar. Okay, next part, that is iron, gold, silver, tin, bauxite, manganese, platinum, and the tungsten. These are the things which we can say the metals, because of the things which having a capacity to their ductility, their motability. Then after they are having a capacity to conduct the heat one particle to another particle. Then the capacity to conduct the electricity, that is what? Metals. Or energy minerals. Energy minerals means what? After burning these minerals, we can get a energy. We can get a heat. Suppose to making a to cook, we are using what? Gas. Okay, that is CNG. Or CNG we are using for the vehicles. That is coal. Coal is used in a large proportion in the kiln. Okay, then mineral oil, that is petrol, diesel, kerosene. Okay, natural gas that we are using for cooking as well as for the vehicles. So after burning these energy minerals, we are getting energy. That is energy minerals. So these are the classification of minerals. In the atmosphere, there are total 118 minerals are there. Okay, out of some are metals, some are non-metals, some are metalloids, or the new concept, that is energy minerals. That means what? When you burn the things, we will get energy. That is what? That is energy minerals. Okay, next. So this is about the natural resources, that is. Okay, but now as an example, some important minerals has been given over there. So first on the screen you can see there is what? Iron ore. Okay, see some pictures are given in this picture. Picture of iron ore, that is iron occurring in the impure state is called as the iron ore. See, it's we can say it's iron, but it is in the impure form. So when you got from the earth surface, when you got in the mining work, so we got in the form of impure. That means what? When you get this, you have to make some process on this. So it will be it is useful to us. Iron ore is used to make a variety of articles, from the pins to heavy machinery. See, the iron ores we are using the large number in the large scale, because of we can use small pin. to the large machineries. So farming implements are there, railway tracks are there. Okay, so hospital instruments are there. That means at many places we can use this iron ore. Okay, now the four main iron magnetite, main iron ore are what? Magnetite, hematite, limonite, and the siderite. These are the four main iron ore that we can get from the nature. Okay, so now you can see or you can observe, so how many places we are using the iron ore. Okay, many of, so you can see your furniture nowadays, the furniture we are using, we are making. Then after, yes, vehicles. Then to construct the buildings, roads, we are using the iron ores. Okay, next slide, sir. So next part is what? Manganese. Okay, manganese, it is also important minerals that we can get from the mining work. So manganese occurs in the form of carbonate, silicate, and the oxide. See, manganese occurs in the form of carbonate, silicate, and the oxide. Then compound of manganese are used in the preparation of medicine. Manganese is used in the electrical appliances, used for the giving a pink tinge to the glass. See what they're saying here. The uses of manganese, that is, manganese occurs in the form of carbonate, silicate, and oxide. Okay, these are the forms. But compound, this is also the compound, because of the manganese which is not made up from only one thing, which is made up from more than one, that is carbonate, silicate, and oxide. So compound manganese is used to prepare the medicine. Okay, then after, it is used to make electrical appliances. Okay, and the last one is what it used to giving a pink tinge to the glass. That means that we can give a design to the glass. Okay, so these are the uses, or you can see the manganese on the screen. Okay, next slide, sir. See, now here bauxite. This is another important minerals, that it's not important are aluminium. It's most important are aluminium. It contains 55% aluminium. It contains aluminium oxide. See, now here bauxite, it's a combination of what? It's a combination of aluminium. So near about, and the bauxite, there are 55% aluminium is there. It's the most important iron ore of the aluminium. It is good conductor of heat and electricity. That means bauxite having capacity to conduct heat or electricity. Now next, its density is very low, hence it is used in aeroplane, transport vehicle, and as well in the electrical wires. So what we can say here? Yes, say in this bauxite, it is in light in the weight. Okay, so we can use the density of the bauxite is very low, so it has been used in the aeroplanes. Okay, then after transport vehicle, because of it's an very light to carry, that's why using its durability other than the other minerals, as well as it contain 55% aluminium it contain. Okay, now next slide, sir. Now here last one is there is copper wire. So electrical wires, so you can see in the whenever in your house there is electricity, so electricity which carry just because of the copper wire. Everywhere they are using the copper wire. Copper is found in the impure state in the vicinity of iron and the other minerals. Okay, good conductor of electricity. There is one good conductor of electricity, used in electrical wires as well as in radios, telephones, vehicles, and the making kitchen utensils and the statues. See, copper, how they are important, how they are useful for us. See, copper which is found in the impure form. Okay, now it's a good conductor of electricity. Now in this picture you can see there is a wire which has been used for the electrical purposes. Okay, as well as it has been used in the radios, then after telephones, then vehicles, and making kitchen utensils and the statues. Okay, so in this way it helps to satisfy our life. Okay, to make us life comfortable, the minerals has been used. Okay, now next, now here mica, it is also important minerals. Okay, but it is a bad conductor of electricity. That means what, mica, they don't have the capacity to carry electricity from one particle to another particle. It can do not have capacity. Its value depend on the thickness of its layer. The value of the mica, it's depend on the thickness of the layers. Okay, the next, that is mica has been many uses such as the Ayurvedic medicines, dyes, electrical machines and the equipment, wireless communication equipment, etc. See, the use of mica is what? It is used in the Ayurvedic medicine to make to prepare the Ayurvedic medicine. Then electrical machines, equipment, wireless communication, the mica has been used. So these are the importance of minerals. But now one more thing I just want to tell you here. Deposits of common salt are also found in the earth. This salt is called as the rock salt. It is used in the food and in some medicine. See, deposit of common salt. Common salt, the salt which we are using in our food, in our meal. So that also found in the earth surface. That is called as the rock salt. Okay, this is used in the some medicine. It is as used in meal as well as to make medicines. Okay, now here in this way we have learned today what is, see the picture on the screen, you can see, oh, that is the picture of mica. See, there are various forms are there. Okay, when you get from the maize, you has to be purified it, then you can use for the various purposes. Okay, next slide, sir. So now here in this way we have learned that is what the natural resources, then after the examples of natural resources, then what is lithosphere. Okay, so examples of natural resources that we have learned, that is soils, stones, then minerals, then after air, water, plants, animals. These are what? These are the natural resources. But behind of that, so many are there, that is minerals and ores. Okay, that we are using regularly. Then how they are forming, how they are useful for us, and their classification, how they are classified. That is in the three group, that is non-metal minerals, metal minerals, and the energy minerals. These are the classification. The next one we learn about the some important minerals, that is iron ore, manganese, bauxite, copper, and mica. Okay, so these how they are useful, that we have learned. Okay, take a backwards, sir. Evaluation chart. Yes, now here at the end of this lesson, evaluation part is there. That is what? See, first tell the names of ores of iron ores. Yes. Then write down your answers on the chat box. Now tell the examples of natural resources. Then tell the properties of metals. See what properties are there. Already we are learning the last lesson. In this lesson also there are some properties has been given. And tell the names of minerals. Okay, so these are the evaluation parts. So take a screenshot. Yes. Next part, sir. Next slide. Yes. Now this is an homework for you. So write about the following. Yes, write about the following. That means minerals, resources, and the mining work. Okay. So you have to write our 5 to 6 points. The next, what is mean by metal minerals and the non-metal minerals? What is mean by? So you have to write the definition as well as example. And the last one, the layers. Okay, so these are homework. So now in this next lesson we'll see about the fuel. Okay, fuel. Institution which are working from the that is fuel, then mineral oil, natural gas. Okay, the forest resources, marine resources that we will see in the we will see tomorrow, that is ocean resources and the minerals and bio resources from the ocean. That means what the things we get from the oceans. Okay, so that that is the end of this lesson. Tomorrow we will see the next remaining part. So if anybody having any problem, you can ask me.
सर
Yes.
सर वो ऑक्साइड मतलब
What? Bauxite. It's a name of minerals that we can get from the nature. That is name. It's a name of bauxites that we are using for the different purposes. Okay.
हाँ एंड क्लेवेज
Cleavage, we can say we can make the things by using. Suppose what cleavage means, or suppose when you give temperature to any substance, metals, so we can make it new one. Okay, so that is cleavage.
ओके सर थैंक यू
Yes.